Hello to everyone. I welcome you to my video about incomplete records. This is Senior Hannington, your accounting tutor. Remember, under incomplete records, we have a lot of information missing. In today's video, we are going to see how do you establish the cost of sales. Now, sometimes where inventory, sales, or purchases is the unknown figure, it will be necessary to use information on gross profit percentages, where we construct a working for gross profit in which the unknown figure can be inserted as a what? As a balance. So when the value of purchases is not known, a different approach might be required to find out what they were, depending on the nature of the information to you. One approach would be to use the information about the cost of sales and the opening and closing inventory, rather than the trade payables to find the cost of purchases. There is a formula to learn before we look at how to arrive at the missing figures. There is one formula which you need to learn. This formula is for calculating cost of what? Cost of sales. Formula to learn. Formula to learn. This formula is for the calculation of cost of sales. How do we calculate cost of sales? Cost of sales, we get the opening inventory. We add the purchases. Then we minus the closing inventory. Don't forget that. We add the purchases to the opening inventory, then we minus the closing inventory. Now, there are two different times that may be given to you in the exam for the calculation of profits. What are these two terms? We have what we call markup. You need to know what markup is. Now, markup is the profit. Markup is the profit as a percentage of cost. Is the profit as a percentage of cost. Markup is the profit as a percentage of cost. Then the other example, so the other key term is margin. You need to know what margin is. Margin is the profit as a percentage of sales. These key terms are very, very important because they can be given in the exams, and you need to know how to use these terms for you to be able to arrive at the missing information. Now, note, if gross profit percentage is the margin, the gross profit percentage is the margin, then sales equal to 100%. And then if the gross profit percentage is the markup, then cost of sales equals 100%. So I'll use this illustration to see how we can calculate the purchases during the year. So purchases is the unknown figure. So we are going to see how we can calculate the purchases during the year. But this time around, we are going to use margin as the percentage. Suppose a business has opening inventory of shillings 8,400 and a closing inventory of shillings 9,350. Sales for the year are 80,000 shillings, and a business makes a margin of 25% for all the items that it sells. What were the purchases during the year? What were the purchases during the year? Remember, in this question, we have used margin, and margin is the profit as the percentage of sales. I can summarize this. We have sales, cost of sales, as well as our gross profit. In percentage terms, if they use margin, then your sales are going to add up to 100%. Then the cost of sales, if the gross profit margin is 25%, it means that your cost of sales is 75%. Because to get the gross profit, we get the sales less the cost of sales. Now, in terms of shillings, we know that our sales, we have 80,000 as our sales figure during the period. Our gross profit is 25%, but remember it's a gross profit margin. And we know that gross profit margin is the profit percentage on sales. So when you get 25% on the sales figure, which is 80,000, you get 20,000. Meaning that your cost of sales is 60,000. So to get the gross profit, I'm getting 25% times my 80,000. You can get the cost of sales by getting 75% of 80,000 as well. So this is 75% times 80,000. Remember, we are calculating the purchases figure. But don't forget, we already have a formula to learn here. That cost of sales equals to the opening what? Plus the purchases, less the closing inventory. When we substitute from the information we have up here, you see that our cost of sales figure is 60,000, equal to the opening inventory, which was given in the question as 8,400, plus the unknown figure, which is the purchases figure, less the closing inventory of 9,350. When we rearrange this, it means that your purchases equals to 60,000 plus the closing inventory is a minus. So the moment it crosses the equal sign, now it becomes a positive, so plus positive 9,350 less our opening inventory, a positive, it turns now to be a negative, so it will be a minus, and you get the purchases during the year as how much. May work out this, and we see the purchases figure. Our purchases figure is shillings 69.50. This is the purchases figure. So I have used the gross profit margin to arrive at the purchases figure. But remember, the purchases figure was unknown. We had the opening inventory, we had the closing inventory, as well as the sales figure, but the purchases figure was unknown, or it was missing. So by using the margin, we can come up with our purchases. But of course, you have to first construct a working for the calculation of gross profit, in which the unknown figure, which is the purchases, is arrived at. Thank you for watching. In the next video, I'll show you how we can calculate the missing information using markup. Thank you for watching. Share this video to your friends if you believe that they can benefit from the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Senior Huntington. Bye-bye.